Looks like we got a website emergency down here. Website has no marketing, no email marketing, no social media marketing of any kind, and it's not even ranking on the first page of Google. Over. 10-4, Mighty Mike and his marketing SWAT team are en route. Over.
You are listening to Business Marketing 911 with Mighty Mike and his marketing SWAT team. So buckle up and get ready because the episode is beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, you guys? I'm chilling here in this wonderful Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. You guys, I've just been having a good time with figuring out all the different website stuff I can do and just helping a lot of people here lately with the websites, especially in the process serving field. So those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Michael Reed, otherwise known as Mighty Mike, and I am the Mighty Website Builder. And this episode is sponsored by MightyWebsiteBuilder.com. You guys can go check out hundreds of templates. Okay, so if you guys are watching this for the first time, one thing that I do on every episode once a week is I dedicate about 3 hours of my time as a free giveaway. I call it a $3,000 giveaway because essentially I build you a completely customized website with online ordering forms and everything if you win. So go ahead and comment below if you want to win the this giveaway right here. This one right here. Boom, boom. $3,000 giveaway. Go ahead and enter your website below, and I might review your website in one of the future episodes. But everybody who comments their website below gets entered to win the $3,000 prize. So, guys, we go live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube every Wednesday at 9:11 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, 12:11 Eastern Standard Time, and we're just having a good time. We're just having a good time here. Today's guest had another engagement, so we're going to go ahead and move on without her. But we're going to go ahead and talk about bounce rates. We're going to get a little nerdy here, but we're going to have some fun. Okay, so those of you guys that want to take a break from this and go watch some girl eat on YouTube, like whisper eating, you know, go ahead. But we're actually going to learn some stuff about your website and why it's important to optimize for bounce rates and what kind of websites are there out there. So we're going to dive into that just for a few minutes here. And then I'm going to review arguably one of the most famous skip tracers in the country, Valerie McGilvery. She's wrote numerous books. She travels to conferences and speaks about skip tracing. And there's a few of them out there, but she's one of the most well-known, Valerie McGilvery. And so I'm going to review, she gave me permission to review her website today, and it's called The Daily Skip. So you guys can check that out. I'm going to review that and kind of go through that, and then I'm going to actually, on every single web episode, what I like to do is whatever website I review, I take it over to Ubersuggest, Neil Patel's tool, and I actually kind of dive in and like see what were the top performing pages. I want to teach you guys how to be a website hacker, not a real hacker, but like a marketing hacker, like where you can actually go in and figure out what makes that website successful and how can you apply those principles to your own website so your website can rank on Google and get customer conversions. So there's a couple of things you could do. StreamYard requires that you go to their website and approve comments. If you do that, then it'll actually show your comments on my platform here, my studio setup. Otherwise, I can't see your comments or likes or any of that kind of stuff. So I do see people, but it doesn't tell me who they are. So for whoever's on, cool. And all right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So I got Ubersuggest up over here and a couple other things. So actually, really quick, one of the things I want to talk about first is websites. So I'm going to show you guys a few examples here real quick, but there's this confusion about bounce rates and how many website pages I should have and like does it even matter? And so I talked to the quickest, easiest way to explain this to you is that if you're going to build a website, you want to start with the first page, the home page. You do always want to start with the home page that actually gives sections of the multiple things you want them to know about. So you got your main section. Let me go ahead and show you some examples here real quick. So I just want to show you a quick example. This is kind of this is a website I built right away. I mean, we can dissect why it's good, why it's bad, but in this case, we wanted to keep it real simple for Gloria. She serves legal documents in Texas, so Gloria serves Texas. And if you scroll down here, you can see that each section that we go down, it has another block that tells you a little bit more about her business or what she does. Very simple. It's essentially a one-page website. Her pricing, her services. She's got an image overlay here that she added, I think. But basically, each of these sections allows me to be able to scroll, and one page actually is good enough for this type of service, because her ultimate goal is just to get them to call her or to order online, via this online ordering form that I built for her. So those are the two goals that she has: to either call her, right, or to order online from her. Those are the goals. But see, sometimes people have a different goal. Sometimes the goal is a little more complex. I want to show you an example of a website. Let's see, there's a bunch of them I could look at. But let me just show you a really easy example. So like, this is the or National Association of Process Servers, Professional Process Servers. They had their website. What is their goal? The thing is with them is they have a much different goal. Their goal is to get the process serving, word out there and to get more members, right? So they want to get more members, and they want to have attorneys use it as a tool so that it actually benefits the members, right? So that's what the whole purpose of this is. They don't want to receive phone calls from people, right? They have their phone number up here, but the goal is not for them to receive phone calls like it is for Gloria. So it's an interesting dynamic. If they had a one pager that didn't really have any other information, you could just keep scrolling and learn a lot about process serving. You could probably still rank well, but it would not rank nationwide. Same thing with Gloria. If Gloria builds this website, she can make this one website rank really well in her local area of Beaumont, Texas. She can make it rank really well, which I'm pretty sure it is. It's growing in the ranks. Versus this website for process serving, they come out with a blog every day or 3 blogs every day or whatever. And this is to try to feed Google. They got a podcast over here. So they have a different page for every type of thing that they might want you to know about. So when people say, do I need a one-page website? Do I need a large website? I say yes. That's what I say to that. Because the reason why is when Gloria decides that she wants to go ahead and expand from just Beaumont, Texas, she can, instead of having a whole nother website, she can actually create another page and actually feed Google, provide Google some information that's going to allow Google to see that, oh, okay, she actually has an office, or she has some presence or some knowledge or some information she's sharing, not just about Beaumont, but about El Paso, right? A different area of Texas. And so she can start adding all these different areas based on different pages based on where she's at. Similar to this website, when you're across the top, it might say locations, and she can drop down and select that location. I'll show you a quick example of that. A good friend of mine, Ern, he's got his website, and he's put a lot of money, a lot of time into this website. And so you can see, about us, pricing, so this is the same service. These two people provide the same service, but his website looks more like this website, right? Because it's more robust. It has more, he provides more services. He's feeding Google in a way that a one-page website just couldn't do. Right. And so he's using a lot of different tools in here, showing you it's a really nice design, the way he has it set up. You want to make it as easy as possible for the customer. So yeah, see, here's your different locations. And so most likely somewhere on his website, he has a page that talks about these different cities and provides some kind of value, like what are the laws for service in Arkansas. I don't know. It doesn't say it here, but I bet somewhere on the website it does if he's ranking in that area. If that makes sense. So that's the idea. One page versus multiple pages. That's the only difference is you start with a one page because it's going to be how you're going to be able to rank the quickest on Google. Using your SEO tools and keywords, you can actually rank pretty quickly on the first page if you're using the right keywords. So with that in mind, let's say you're just getting started and you want to go ahead and start your website like Gloria did, and then eventually you'll build to something like what Mike has, right? A direct legal. So what you're going to do is you're going to search something. So like just where I'm at, if I type in process server, okay. See, I have this tool over here called related keywords. Now, this is just the beginning of what you want to be focused on, but with related keywords, you can actually take now don't be confused. A keyword can be an entire phrase, right? Entire list. So this is a keyword phrase, but it's the same concept. So it's reading based on my location. So it looks in Orlando. If I don't type in a city or an area, it's going to automatically assume that I'm looking for someone nearby me. So that's why it has Orlando, right? But that doesn't matter because if you search process server or lawyer or whatever, it's going to give your local area. And then it's going to add see all these names? See over here? These are keywords, and I can actually download these or copy, export to a CSV, and then upload them, right? I can take these things quickly without having to copy and paste each one. I can export it to a CSV, hundreds of files using the related keywords extension. So, you got to download it and put it as an extension on your Chrome browser, along with YouTube. If you're doing YouTube, you can get TubeBuddy, and Loom is a good one too. All right, so you see I got all these keywords, and then I'm going to punch them into my website, my one-page website, and right away when someone searches any of these terms, I'm going to be top of mind for Google. If there's quite a few other factors too, okay, but this is a big one, a really big one. The other thing I would do is I would start writing a blog post about each of these terms. So obviously process server in Orlando is very generic. I mean, it's very simple, the most simplest term, but definitely write a blog post about it. What is it like to be a process server in Orlando? And just do a day in the life of a process server. And if you want to use an extra step for your local area, reach out to another one, not just yourself, but like your competitor or somebody, and say like, hey, I'd like to write an article about a day in the life of a processor, and just go out with him, because what it does is it's going to actually allow you to get a valuable backlink to his website, right? Or her website. When you say, hey, I'm going to write an article about, processor in the area, one of the best things you can do is collaborate with other companies. So process server jobs in Orlando, you don't have to hire a process server to write an article about what it takes to be a process server and to maybe land a job, right? So just remember your title plus your area. You can go more specific to cities. You can go more specific to counties, regions. So you got central here, list of process servers. Right, you can create this is a good example of how you can do a lead capturing magnet. So a list of process servers, you could create a list, kind of like a directory, but like your best list of process servers, the list of the people who you use in a certain state. So as you just start doing this for a while, you're going to have a list. So it's like a contact list of the best in your state. So not thousands of them, just a couple hundred that you use on a regular basis. That's very valuable. I had one person one time, one of the big companies, accidentally send an email to all of us and didn't do BCC on email. She did it to everyone. And so I won't name her here, but I immediately knew every single process server that she used in California. And I was like, okay. So I immediately was able to get a break. Instead of paying, $50 or $75 a serve, I was able to get those people that she had already talked down to a rate of 25 or 35. I was able to get those servers to go out there and serve for me. So you see, those are the kinds of things that you want to watch out for. So if you're able to actually provide a list like that's that valuable, sure, they're going to be serving for other people, but you're going to be able to collect emails. So what I'm saying here is a lead magnet, and kind of got off track here, but you take that list and you create it as a lead magnet. So when someone's on your website and you have an article about list of process servers, Google's happy with you because you're driving people to your website to get that list, to get the free download, but you're also providing value that people are like, whoa, these are some good guys to use specifically in your area, but also just to kind of network with. So those are a couple tools, couple tips for you guys. Bounce rate is really only a factor if let's go ahead and look at I guess we can look at Mike's website here real quick. As an example. So you can do an overview. Let's see here. Let's see. We're just going to take a look at his website. I'm going to show you guys. So you see he's got some traffic. He gets 2,782 organic visitors a month. You guys can check out Neil Patel's tool. It's called Uber Suggest, and it's really cool. You see how it's got some spikes. You can see how much how much traffic they're getting, what pages they're getting it to. I mean, this is some freaking ninja stuff right here. So you see over here, same day service. He's getting a lot of people that are going straight to that. So that's probably an ad. Yeah, or something tied to e-filing. And then court filing, same thing. Something tied to an ad or a download or something. And then here you go, substitute service. The rules. So here, unlawful detainer rules. So this is probably something right here where he actually where people can actually go and read the rules about evictions. And right now that's such a big thing, such a hot topic. And so it's one of his top ranking pages. This one right here is their main domain, and it has 271 backlinks. You guys, I don't know that Mike's going to appreciate this, but you guys, you can actually go and see the exact backlinks that people have to their website. Now, why is that important? Because if you can find out backlinks that people have to their website, you can do the same thing. You can create articles that are similar to the ones that they're creating. And they call it the skyscraper technique. You're not copying them. What you're doing, you're creating a similar article that this person, for example, smallbusiness.cron, you're creating a similar article that you think that they would find valuable, but even maybe more valuable. So if he's got one that doesn't have a video, you create one that has a video. If you get somebody who has a 500 word blog post, they didn't try very hard, it was a good article, but they didn't try very hard. They got like one image in there. You can then create a 2,000 word article with some cool images, maybe even a quiz attached to it. There's so many cool things you can do. You see here, ServeNow is linking to one of his websites. That's probably the directory listing he has with them, probably, actually. So you see all of these rip-off report, direct legal. So this is another website that is linking to direct legal. Oh, actually, that might not be a good one. Anyway, so you guys, you can look through here and find out and just make a list of the top domains. See this domain score? Smallbusiness.cron.com. I've never even heard of it, but it's got a domain score of 90. That's what Google looks at. That's what Google looks at. They look at the domain score and say like, whoa, he's got a backlink to that. Because see, back in the day, it used to be how many backlinks you had. And then people started using technology to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of backlinks. And so they would create this certain technology that would create a link that would mention your name, and that would be counted as a backlink. And they had this app, I forget what it was called, but it would just create hundreds of thousands of backlinks. And if you use this app and put all these backlinks to your website, you would automatically rank higher than everybody else. And so Google had to so whenever someone would search for a certain keyword, they would just get ads. They would just get people trying to sell them stuff. And so Google wants to make the experience for the searcher, for the browser, a good one. And so the way that they were able to do that was actually just create a domain score. So the only way you could have a high domain score is if your domain is providing value. And so that's the basic idea of the domain score. If you're linked to a high quality website, you're gonna get some major points for that. So this is just one of the tabs you can look at. Top pages is what we looked at here, but you can actually look at keyword ideas. So for example, you can look at all the keyword ideas for this particular business, and so you can throw in yours. So actually, let's go ahead and review. Let's begin our review for the daily skip. So Valerie is a good friend. I've seen her at some of the conferences, and she's been doing a lot of great stuff. And so I just want to give her a little credit here as I beat up on her website a little. She provides tons of value, and in opportunities where she can make a buck, she decides to go ahead and give away her workbooks and her skip tracing knowledge and all this stuff. She really does a good job of providing value, which anyone who's willing to do that is a winner in my book. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. So the daily skip, for those of you guys that don't know what a skip tracer is, a skip tracer is somebody who, when someone skips town, they become the skip. And so what a skip tracer does is they actually trace that person, find out where that person went using technology, using databases, using sleight of hand, using, taking, like, for example, a good example of a skip trace would be you'd run a database search, which is not a skip trace in itself. But it is often termed a skip trace. Run a skip trace is just a database search, is what usually people refer to it as. But the truth is, you do a database search and then you use the information in there to verify the information that it's telling you. So, for example, if you wanted to have to find somebody, let's say we're trying to find Valerie, I would skip trace Valerie, and the skip trace, the database search, would give me a list of contacts, information, people, and I could call those people using sub rosa technique and research your local laws. But that's essentially what it is. You're calling their family members, and you're trying to verify which one is the correct address without telling them actually who you are, what your intentions are. So that's the idea. Not everybody uses sub rosa. I don't know if she does or not, but I know skip tracing is a really it's a technique. It's an industry. There's not a whole lot of people that do it very well. Most people just do a database search because now the databases have gotten really, really high quality. Will provide some really good information. So a lot of times you don't even have to really verify. But okay, so all right, so I hit the website. And let's keep in mind too, as I go through this, she's somebody who only works with a select list of clients, but I'm going to give her the business here, right? I'm going to give her the, what I would do for anybody who is trying to get more business on their website. So as soon as I come to the website, the first thing I see up here is this whole white area up here. There's just nothing. Like, there obviously should be a phone number up here. Even if you don't want to receive a phone call, guys, you need to make sure you put a phone number up here. Why? Because some people want to call you. It doesn't mean you have to answer, but you have a phone number there so they could leave a message. And then in whatever time you've scheduled that you're going to call people back, that's when you do it. You go call them back, once a day during a certain time, whatever it is, you got to have a phone number. So Valerie, put a phone number up there. Okay, so you got your phone number, you got your email. I would even put an email up here. If you don't want to put an email because you're worried about hackers, scammers, and everybody, I'd go ahead and put a contact us form on here. And again, this is kind of a landing page for her information. It's kind of like a blog setup. But yeah, again, we were talking about intentions when we were talking about NAPs and the different websites, what their purposes are. But if her purpose was to get more business from this website, it's not looking good. So I'm going to assume that this is more just like a blog post website. Okay. Okay. It's called Skip View. All right. So it looks like she's moving her blog to Medium on Medium called Skip View. Yeah, and so she's looking for some writers, and she's posting that on there. And then all of these over here are ads. Delve Point is one of the skip trace databases I was referring to. And Bluehost is like a hosting thing, and Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. So she does a lot of tweeting and stuff. So yeah, I feel like depending on what your purpose is here with the website, I feel like I would probably have a phone number up here. I'd have this more of like a business type website, and I would have some information, more information about how to contact her. But I almost feel like this is more of a profile. So like if you go to Mighty Website Builder, I actually have some of these. I want to show you. So again, whatever the purpose is gonna dictate how you're gonna create it. So see here's some portfolios. So if you click on portfolios, you can actually click and see a full view example of what a portfolio would look like. So if she had a portfolio and she had like a bunch of blog posts, and she can put all the images here and be really professional about it and have some contact information down here, be in touch. We'll take them to a contact us form that's really simple and elegant. In this case, this is like for a photographer, but you can do other ones here. Let's see here. Dance studio, tattoo studio, Jane's photography. Let me see. Let's go back. Yeah, so you can, if you guys don't have a website already, definitely go check out Mighty Website Builder, and you can go through all the different templates. There's hundreds of templates, and so let's see. This is a good example, like if of a landing page right here. So if she wanted to do something like this, as when somebody comes to read her blog post, they can land on something like this with a picture of her, you know, uh, you know, the skip view or whatever she had there, skip tree secrets, and have a picture of her book here. And they can say, put your information to get the free download. And they click here to get the download. It can automatically email them a copy of the first chapter of her book or something like that. And then the next page can be something similar to what she already had up there. Let's see, go back here. Oh, here it is. It can be something more like this that has a list of all of the different articles that she's created, if that makes sense. So that's how I would do it. I would create something like that so that you can actually start capturing the information for people who are coming to your website. Now, some people will say, well, what if they just want to read the articles or whatever? Like, well, okay, well, they can put their information and get the free. If they're not willing to put their information in to get the free gift, they're probably not willing. They're not too interested in reading your articles either. So, and in that case, they can go to Twitter. You can have a list of all your social medias down here where you share all of your blog posts. That's how I would do it. That would be the strategic way to, I guess, highlight your work that you're doing in the blog posting. So, guys, I hope that was helpful. Valerie, if you're watching, I hope that was helpful to you. That's my goal, is to provide value here and just as much as possible. Guys, don't forget to bang the heart button, the like button, and all that jazz. It definitely helps the algorithm and puts us in your feed so that you'll see us again. So, all right, let's go ahead and just for the sake of using the tools we have here, I want to see what her top pages are. So let's go top pages on the tool here, and let's do the daily skit. We're going to see what her top page. It's probably just a home page because I didn't see a whole lot of pages here. Okay. So it looks like a cell phone trace has 18 visits. So if we go to this page, let's see what this page is. A jealous woman does better research than the FBI. That's probably true. So you can read that article. It's got all the different tools that you could use to do a cell phone trace. So, and then, all right, so now let's go to keywords. I want to show you something really quick. So Valerie, if you're watching, this is what I would do on your website to help it rank better. Just search skip trace. And what you're going to find is, first of all, look over here. These are the top websites for the word skip trace. Obviously, Wikipedia, people are learning about what the word even means. brownandjoseph.com, what is skip tracing? So it's probably an attorney or somebody. But look over here at their domain scores. It really varies. So this probably an attorney's website, it's like 32. It's not a very good domain score because they're probably not doing very good marketing. But as you scroll down here, look at some of this. Medium.com is a blog site. So if you go to medium.com and post an article about skip tracing and then link it back to your website, you just scored yourself a 98 website backlink with 98, with a value of 98. I don't know if you guys understand what that means. But so the other thing you could do is in the skip trace article, if you were a skip tracer and you wrote an article, I'd reach out to LexisNexis and say, hey, I mentioned you guys, your tool in a recent article. I was wondering if you'd be willing to share it. Guys, they have a domain score of 89. TransUnion, another skip tracing website. You can mention them and they have a domain score of 90. So I could keep going on here, right? So most of the time, not every single one of them is going to share your article, but if they link back to your article, you just got yourself a domain score. It doesn't matter how many domain backlinks you have, it's the score. Like what is their DS, their domain score? And obviously, if you can, on Wikipedia, I'm pretty sure you can actually contribute to the article. So if you contribute some new information to the article and then link back to your website, I mean, that's free. Again, most of these are all free. ServeNow is a process serving website, and they are constantly looking for new people to write for them. I just got an email from them asking for new articles. I'm surprised they don't have a higher domain score, but that might just be in relation to the word skip tracing because they're more of a process serving website. So, okay. So, again, this is the tool. So these are the websites, and this is the tool. So these are a list of 288 suggested words for skip tracing. So I want you to be careful here, because if you download this, see, I can copy this to clipboard, and I could do some fancy stuff over here. Come over here and put this into a tool. Let's see here. Let's see. We want to put this into a tool called Keyword List Converter Tool. And then what you do is you put it in here like this, and it'll make it into a format that your website will be happy with it. You see what I just did? So now you got 288. But before you do this, okay, I would delete this. Before you do this, I would remove some of these. Like I'd remove skip tracing legal in Kenya. Like, I mean, I guess you could leave that, but the ones I would remove is like skip trace movie. So what you don't want to do is have people come to your website looking for the skip trace movie and then leaving. But anyway, these are the top skip tracing keywords. So you could just put them like this, take this right here and put it in the SEO keyword section of your website. You can also use that if you're creating a YouTube video. You can use these same keywords. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So yeah, so there you go. You got your keywords to write your article. You're going to take that article and you're going to share it with these different people. You can take a little snippet from your article, only like maybe 100 words, 200 words, and post it on one of these. So guys, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and bang the button that works for you. And go to mightywebsitebuilder.com and check out one of the hundreds of templates and set yourself up with a template that's going to work for your business. I'm really excited about everything that's coming up, and just living the dream. We're making this thing happen. So I am announcing today for the first time the website that we reviewed today, Valerie's. She's actually our winner. So congratulations, Valerie. If you want me to set you up with the Amber, that template, you won $3,000 giveaway. So for website design credits. So I'll totally set you up and get you rock and rolling so you can sell your books and collect your downloads, collect your leads, and then you can drop them back into that website if you want. And that's the way to do it, guys. So if you haven't already, comment your website below and enter to win $3,000 in design credits for your business. It's a no-brainer. Okay. And again, go follow us on the other social channels. I am posting to other channels as well, but this is where we're going live. So thank you guys so much, and make sure to go out there and take some mighty action. Okay.